Hey,
Alright.
the BBR is recording in front of a live studio audience. The Carla voice.
Yeah, hey, Diane, I fucking hate you, you whore. Carla, you are a bitch. I hate you too. Oh.
Ladies.
Ladies. Hey, Frasier, I wouldn't if I were you there. It's something like that.
We're off to a good start.
I was actually planning on introing the show too. I was gonna call the audience, human paraquats. If you remember what that's from.
I don't, but it's funny.
It was in the Big Lebowski. I think he's talking to the Big Lebowski in the wheelchair. It's like, where's the money, you human paraquat?
I don't think I've seen that movie in literally decades.
I had to look up what a paraquat was. Apparently, it's like a pesticide that kills marijuana or something.
Oh,
Damn.
Yeah, so that's the insult for Jeffrey Lebowski.
we all learned something.
Oh, new segment on the show. Cool
Uh-oh.
Band. It's just called Cool Band. That I've never heard of. That's the new segment on the show. It's called Cool Band that I've never heard of.
How about Cool Band, actually?
We got
Cool band, bro.
Called a band called Dog Meat from Finland.
Oh,
They're
yeah,
like,
you said that earlier.
They're like it says industrial metal on Metal Archives, but it's like kind of death and roll-ish, Godflesh kind of shit, and it's dank.
Dog meat.
They have all their shit is Dog Meat from Finland, and all their demos are on YouTube except for like the one from '95.
Described as Black Sabbath beats Godflesh. That's what the
Yeah,
Metal
that
Archive
sounds-
says.
That sounds about right. I saw them on the Belial's Facebook page.
Oh, it's a
they
one-man
posted,
guy?
the what?
One-man band?
Oh yeah, I think it is a one-man project. And Belial posted a magazine or like a fanzine from '92, and I was just looking at the band names that were on there, and Dog Meat was like the only one that I didn't know. They also had like Liars in Wait and Mordicus and I don't know, some of the usual suspects. But yeah, I didn't know who Dog Meat was, and I don't know, seemed interesting, and it's good. So check that shit out. I doubt anybody's heard that.
No. They have a fat interview right here, too, I guess. Read that on my spare time.
What? Who? Dog Meat?
Yeah.
Where'd you find that?
The Chives, man.
They have an interview on Metal Archives.
Well, you go on related links, and then it's right there.
Oh, the links. You're schooling me here, Paul. You're spanking me here. Well, we were gonna have Roman on, but he had to cancel again at the last minute.
No.
So in that case, I'll just
He-
ask you guys.
He gets a,
What have
he
you
gets a
been up
pass.
to? He gets a pass because he's a cool dude.
Yeah, he's been on here twice. Like, you're allowed to cancel once in a while.
Oh, totally. You know, all I've been doing is watching Home Improvement and comfort show. It's nice. I kind of want to learn the guitar solo from the theme song. Yeah.
I've been dodging getting sick. So far, so good.
There's always like medical emergencies at Fred's Donut House.
Yeah. But the new Profanatica album arrived for me today for free. Funny story.
Let's
It's
hear it,
ridiculous.
bucko.
I pre-ordered it on Amazon, and in Canada, it got released on October 20th, and it just said delivery date pending for like 3 days. And I'm like, all right, maybe it got delayed or something. But in the listing for it, if you just went to that, it said you can order it now and get it delivered tomorrow. I'm like, okay. So I called them. I'm like, so you guys gonna deliver this or what? And they're like, oh, something must have gotten hold up. Oh, okay, we'll send a ticket to release the item for you, and that should take about 3 to 5 days. I'm like, what? Why don't I just cancel the order and place a new one, and then I'll get it tomorrow? They're like, oh, but I can't do that for you. I'm like, okay, this is stupid. Let me talk to someone else. So I did, and they're like, okay, how about we just cancel the order for you and send it to you for free?
So
I'm like, yeah, that works for me.
That's being assertive, Freddy.
That's it was a bit of a Karen moment, but you know what? For a free
We need more
Profanatic album, I'll
Karens.
take
How
it.
about that? How about that for a hot take? More Karens.
Just not the haircuts, that's all.
Paul's gonna be
Yeah,
pissed.
yeah.
You got it for
can
free?
Look, you can be a Karen. All that means is you care. And
It's care with an N.
that's true. People, I don't know. They equate it to being like nosy or something, but that's just bullshit.
So you're
Sometimes
acting like
things have to be called out.
you're acting like a Ken, the male equivalent.
I thought it was Chad.
No.
No, that's like a
We're Chads. We're all
douchier,
Chads right
preppy
here.
kind of.
versus the Virgin
have you guys heard
Music
the
of
new Pro?
Destruction. If you know who that
Heard
is.
the new Profanatica yet?
Only the samples on the Terminus podcast.
Yeah, I've
they
only
reviewed
heard what they sampled.
Because when we talked about Profanatica on like that episode -1, I think I talked about not really being super familiar with all their stuff. I think maybe just like, what the fuck was that one? I vom not that one. The Fuck the Blood of the Lamb, whatever album that was on. That's like the only one that I came back to just because I had friends that were like really into them.
Disgusting Blasphemies.
Yeah, that's really the only one that I'm super familiar with.
The bass sound on that one is monstrous.
Yeah, the big bass sound. That's right.
Well, this one is yeah. This one is nothing different, which I'm fine with. If I wanted to hear something that didn't sound like Profanatica, I wouldn't get a Profanatica album. So, no, it's good. I like it.
Yeah, they were saying on the Terminus podcast. I never really noticed this, or at least maybe it didn't stick out on their older material. But on this newer one, they kind of compared it to like Swedish death metal, and it really does have a like striking resemblance to that guitar sound, and also the fucking the way the riffs are played too.
Yeah, and they like every so often break into like a more of a DB kind of drum pattern, and that sounds a lot like the the Entombs, the whatever. So yeah, I know it's Profanatica, but it's just kind of an expansion on their sound. But when they expand, they don't really expand so much of kind of just do their own thing with a light variance on it.
That's probably okay. They were also saying,
I don't have a problem with that.
No, the death metal guy was saying too something that I thought was cool. He was kind of like talking about like satanic black metal as a Catholic, and how when black metal bands talk about the hypocrisy of Christianity, like Christians are the real bad guys or something. Like, that's just fucking lame. And it kind of comparing that to Profanatica, who he kind of mentioned that, like, I forget the guy's name. I sound like an idiot now. Fucking, what's his name? The main guy. Paul Letney.
Letney?
Yeah. He never mentions Satan, or he never mentions Satan in his music.
Yeah, Daddy
so
Satan.
He's kind of he's the bad guy of Christianity. He doesn't hate them because it's hypocritical. He hates them because they're weak, which is a different and cool kind of spin on that topic. I think that's cool.
Yeah,
that's a good point. Never really noticed that. They don't mention Satan. They just rag on Christianity the whole time.
Paul Letney's the bad guy, basically.
Yeah.
Paul Letney's the devil.
Dude, the John Hot. Some devil. What's his name? J-Dog interviewed the fucking, I believe it's the guitar player, that Garza guy from Suicide Silence.
I watched that too. That was good.
It was good. Seems like a cool guy.
Yeah, he does good interviews with like some pretty big bands. Like I just watched his Disgorge one, Dying Fetus, Devourment, Does It Exhumed.
I saw the Defeated Sanity one.
Yeah, that one too. They're like fucking on different planes, like coming over and shit.
I guess Justin called Garza a douche canoe for saying that Korn was like the heaviest band or something.
Oh yeah.
And that's how they got into contact.
Yeah, he's all, but you got thick skin, not like the fucking other canoes out there.
Fucking flipping canoes, yeah.
Douche canoe is underused.
No, I don't want to hear that. I hate that. I've told Paul about this. I hate that kind of shit. These like clever
The
Reddit
Redditor,
lines.
yeah.
Yeah. Hey fuck stick. Hey twat waffle. Shut up. Grow up. Just call somebody a bag or an asshole. Keep it simple, please.
But canoe.
Yeah, but what does that mean? Douche canoe. Fuck stick.
It doesn't mean anything.
I know. Well, I just call somebody a bonehead. I like that. Hey, bonehead. It's more I feel like it's more effective.
That's just factual.
that's what maybe makes it true. Makes it good.
Hey, meathead.
Meathead's
hey,
good.
skullhead.
Skullhead, the RAC band.
It's like facehead.
Hey, cranium.
Hey, cranium.
Nippon.
I like calling guys with big heads Cornelius.
Cornelius.
Well, you already know what to call me, right, Paul? Grapehead. I got a small ass head, dude. Size of a grape.
It's not small. It's compact.
Or what the hell's the name of the bully from back? Oh, Biff from Back to the Future. Hey, butthead. McFly, you Irish bug.
I like
Huh?
the Beavis and Butt. I like the Beavis and Butthead insults personally. Hey, butt munch.
There was one at the end of the movie I liked. I think he called him like a turd burglar or something. That's okay, I guess. No,
Yeah.
no, 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 no. That wasn't it. Butt dumpling. I like that. That's pretty okay.
Yeah. Anything that comes out of Beavis and Butthead's mouth, I'm more or less okay with.
I heard Jub mention Neil Hamburger on his on the hate bus. And I don't know why he brought this up, but he just brought up this joke, and I remember hearing this one too. Well, you know who Neil Hamburger is, right? Right, Fred?
I don't think so.
Did you ever see the
My
Tenacious D
life.
movie?
No.
He's a singer
You ever
of
saw the
Facts
Tenacious
Head,
D
bro.
movie? He is the singer of Facts Head, and I just saw a live clip of them. They were all kinds of weird shit. They have this guy with a big noodle on his head running around on stage.
Huh.
Anyways, the Neil Hamburger joke was something like, he goes, why does E.T. love the taste of Reese's Pieces so much? He looks at the audience, and he goes, because it tastes like cum on his home planet.
Oh, okay.
I just wanted to share that. I thought I like that joke.
Neil Hamburger, everybody. Neil Hamburger. Great stuff.
Funny stuff.
Ridiculous.
There was a movie with him called Entertainment. Did you ever see that, Paul?
No.
Neil Hamburger movie. I don't know how much of it was real and how much, because it basically is documenting him on the road, and it also like has a plot to it. But there's a bunch of scenes where he's doing stand up and he's just getting booed and everybody hates him, and it's just like it's a really depressing thing showing him like by himself on the road going to clubs, and then kind of just like going back to the hotel room with like nothing, and like nobody wants anything to do with him.
Damn.
I think the movie opens with him doing stand up in a prison.
Sounds
And there's
entertaining.
it's
Were they
pretty
the
funny.
Were they the opening act for Metallica?
I think it was at the same.
Come
place.
on,
I
say an
think it was
anger
at- I think
video.
it was-
Come on.
I think it was at San Quentin. I think it was at San Quentin, same place. Paul, did you see the Kanye metal quotes, the thing that I posted where it's like, what
Those are
the hell did it? Wait, what the hell did it say? It's like nice neck tattoo, bro. It goes good with your Harry Potter tattoo.
Yeah.
Dude, I know people with Harry Potter tattoos.
Yeah, what of it? No, I'm just kidding.
Vince next door, he has a Harry Potter tattoo.
Dun, dun, dun,
He has,
dun,
like-
dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, Hagrid and Hedwig and Dobby. And, yeah, that's great.
You're a wizard, Harry. And you're a Harry wizard.
Oh. Oh, what?
Happy Christmas, Harry.
And then Harry goes, what do you suppose they're drinking? And then Ron goes, I don't know, but I don't think it's pumpkin juice.
Alright, I'm gonna get a tat now. Oh, sick.
Yeah, I'm sick. And then the other one with fucking Anthony Fantano, like wanting to be cucked by
Oh,
Death
yeah.
Grips.
That was funny.
I know people like that too. Everyone's always riding this fucking guy. Is it really that cool?
Riding who? MC Ride or?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Or Anthony Fantano.
Yeah, I was like, Anthony Fantano.
No, nobody cares about Anthony Fantano anymore.
Yeah, we're the busiest music nerds now.
My needle drops. I love that every review he does, he goes on and on about it for like 20 minutes, and it's like, yeah, 6 out of 10.
I kind of liked him probably over 10 years ago when he was doing like Lightning Bolt.
And the Sono album was just so flattening. It's, I don't even know. He didn't even talk
I
about
wanted
a
to-
riff.
Yeah. There's a guy who does reviews like that that I actually came across over the weekend. Do you guys know who Music of Destruction is on YouTube?
No.
No.
Look him up. Let's take a look at this guy. Kind of reminds me of Chris. Paul, you'll see what I mean. He's like an older guy, but Jesus.
Music.
If you listen to him talk for like a minute, you'll understand.
I don't know if I want to.
His logo is a split, or avatar is a split with Vlad Tepes and Belkat.
He did a live stream on Saturday with a guy named Mordant Red. Either of you guys know who he is?
No, but I'm looking at the previews, and he's wearing sunglasses in all of them. I don't think I can do this.
Whoa. Brothers from Hell podcast, Saturday nights on Podbean. Let's go.
You see the one with the guy Mordant Red? He's like wearing a ski mask with patches on it.
No.
You don't see that?
Oh, you know what? Yeah, I do. That's sick.
Yeah. So J Dog, I guess, fucking likes that guy. Or they're at least cool. They've like done videos together, and people like that dude. he seems okay. He's kind of a, I don't know, rambunctious guy. But anyways, they're doing this live stream. Him and this other old guy from like the hardcore scene who was pretty cool. But this Music of Destruction guy, I don't know, man. He acts like
The MOD.
the MOD. He acts like
Mod.
he acts like a ninth grader who's trying to fit in with everybody, but he's like in his 40s. It is so fucking. It's one of those things that you hate to like, love to hate.
Yeah,
You know
hate
what I mean?
watch. Yeah.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. We usually don't do this on the show, but this fucking guy, if anybody deserves it, it's this fucking guy. And I'm gonna be a little bit malicious. Anyways, so they're doing this live stream, and he's this guy's like, I don't know, a libertarian or something. So he's going on about wokeness, and he's a Canadian, and he's like, I fucking hate wokeness, all the woke left and this and that. And then he's like, I'm an anarchist. If you like the government, you're a fucking pussy. And the other dude, Morton Red, who's there, he's like, yeah, I back the government. You call me a pussy? He goes, yeah. He goes, well, fuck you, asshole. Fuck you. Like, on his live stream, he's yelling at him.
God.
And then after that, he kind of just shut up, and it looked like he was barfing off to the side of his desk. And I was in the chat, causing trouble with some other people. It was pretty funny. But do you guys know who Vin and Sori are?
Yes.
I doubt you do. You do. The guy,
Yep.
the black guy and his white wife.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they do like metal reaction videos and whatever. They actually have a video with him, and the black dude calls out this dude for calling his wife a bitch. And they have him on the show, and he just like is like sad the whole time. He's like, I'm sorry, I get really emotional, and I just can't control myself. And just like a real sad sack. I'll send you that video. It's pretty good. I looked him up on Instagram, but the only thing I could find was like an account that hates him, and it's like a bunch of it's like a bunch of pictures of him with like colorful makeup on and shit.
That's funny.
Do you see what I mean, Paul, by the Chris comparison?
Yeah.
Yeah, he acts like that too.
I've watched too many of those Vin and Sorry videos. I don't even know why I watch them.
Dude, I
But
do
like-
the same thing. It's totally embarrassing to admit, but
But like the thing is, they're
too.
so fucking long too. Like they're like we're gonna review or react to.
There's not
what
much
was it?
content there even.
I know, but like Jesus Dodd. Okay, it's like an 8-minute song. The video's like fucking half an hour. I'm like 20 minutes to fucking.
I know it's like showing them just like bobbing their heads. Dude,
And they don't say anything. They don't say anything while they're listening
exactly.
to it.
Reaction video. My reaction video is you're gonna watch me kind of bob my head, and then if it's like some hip black guy that's watching, listening to something, he's going to go, okay, all right, ooh. yeah. Wow, nice reaction, dude.
I think the only reaction videos I watch are like drummer ones. That's about it.
I've seen this one black guy who like watches King of the Hill. He's pretty fucking funny though. It's a guy just watching King of the Hill. He's fucking hilarious. So
That's-
They're
His
not
name's
they're not
Quizzy.
reaction videos per se, but I like the ones where it's like an expert that watches movie clips and they're like, yeah, this is wrong, that's wrong, that wouldn't happen, that person wouldn't survive. I don't know why.
Fact
I like things getting ruined for me.
There's one guy who's like I think he's a jazz musician or some kind of composer. He wears like one of them little pub things.
Some kind of poser.
No, I didn't say poser. I said
Composer?
composer.
I thought you
No,
said
some kind of
poser.
poser. Yeah.
Hey, some kind of poser. Yeah, jazz.
No, because some composers. Yeah, some kind of jazz poser. No, but I think Anthony likes him. He always does like Opeth videos, and he goes,
Oh.
and he like has his fingers up to his mouth, going, oh, that was an odd time signature. Ooh, fuck you.
That's sick.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking sick, eh?
Why?
Fucking
Why
like
Opeth?
jazz and Opeth. I don't know.
Not Opeth, please no.
Enough with the Opeth.
Enough with the Opeth.
Enough with the OTEP.
I need some more OTEP in my life. I haven't heard them in 20 fucking years, dude.
I'd rather hear them over Opeth.
Me too. Opeth doesn't have anything to offer besides their first album. Well, for me.
I like
them, Paul.
the first like 13 seconds of April Ethereal, and then I'm done. That's it.
Swing back, Paul. It's okay. You can hit me back.
Just they're one of my like early entry bands, so they're always just gonna be there for me. That's same with I guess that's the same with Anthony. But I
Well,
think
that's all right. I still like the first Ailstorm album, so there you go.
I don't think I've ever actually heard Ailstorm.
Remember,
It's fine.
piracy is a crime.
Remember, piracy is a crime.
Yar. No. For me, that entry band was Cradle of Filth,
Yes,
which I think is
same
what
here.
any respectable
same here,
person getting into black metal in like the early 2000s usually goes through.
Yeah.
I'm not respectable, but still.
I had a friend.
Neither are we.
I had a friend in middle school who was like a skater guy, and his cousin.
Skater boy?
He was probably skater boy. Yeah.
He
his
was a
cousin was
skater
like,
boy.
yeah, that's right. Avril Lavigne, we love her. But anyways, this dude's cousin was like a few years older than us, and he was a huge like Bam Margera respecter, and also Cradle of Filth, and also him. He's like one of these kind of guys. This was around 2006. And so you can imagine people like that existed in 2006.
The marketing worked, yeah.
Yeah. What would you call that? Like a Molgoth kind of guy?
I think so, yeah.
He showed me the Covenant way early on, the Human Abstract, and I thought that was really cool. And he showed us Cradle of Filth. And I remember it was my friend's birthday party, and we slept over like in the living room, a bunch of us, and I think it was the big cousin who fell asleep, and somebody found like a little sock. It was like a dog toy. It's like this little sock thing, and it smelled really bad. And they put it like is not touching his nose, but as close to the nostril as you can get. And so he breathes in one, and like his face kind of twitches, and then you see the nostril like open really big and take a whiff of this little sock thing. I thought that was funny.
Tell the story about putting the sock in it at Anthony's house.
What the hell was that? Did I put a sock in Josh's mouth?
Yes.
Yeah. Right. So this is Halloween. I want to say 3-4 years ago. Does that sound right?
Yeah.
Had a spooky Halloween story. So yeah.
Flashlights under your face.
Yeah, I think that was yeah, we went to some Halloween like backyard party, right, Paul?
Yeah.
Remember that? I don't think anything significant happened there. We go back to our friend's place, and he's got like a little house in the backyard, so we're kind of just hanging out around the bonfire. And my friend wanted to show us the Hereditary movie, and I'm like, okay, because he was hyping it up for like a month, and we finally all sit down to watch it, and he right when the movie starts, like, all right, pay attention to this. This is important. All right, check this out. So we're watching the movie. He won't shut the fuck up. Already, he won't stop. You know. And I'm like, dude, please shut up. And then our other friend, who is a big boy, a fat boy, really. I don't know if he was drunk or he probably was drunk, but he falls asleep in a hammock inside my friend's room. He has a hammock in there, and this fat guy is sleeping in it. And his mom kept calling his phone, and for some reason, I couldn't get his phone to unlock. You need like the passcode to answer the fucking phone, and I couldn't wake this guy up to get him to answer the phone. And so his mom called like 50 fucking times. What the fuck did you say, Paul, about the mom calling?
I don't remember.
It was really fucking funny.
Fuck, I don't remember.
Like his mom being really scared or something. That he wouldn't answer the phone. Oh no, I remember what it was. It was in Hereditary when the lady's like, I'm gonna give spoilers, so whatever. So when the daughter dies, the mom's like looks really horrified, and she's like screaming and crying.
The daughter dies?
Yes. Yeah, but anyways, the mom is like screaming and crying, and Paul's like, Josh's mom right now, because he won't answer the phone. That's what it was. And then, so he starts snoring really loud, and I'm trying to wake him up again to get him to shut up, because he's snoring really loud.
You're like
and
hitting him and shit.
I'm hitting the fuck out of him to wake him up, and he will not wake up, and he's snoring. And so it wasn't a dirty sock, but I grabbed a sock out of Anthony's drawer and I put it in his mouth and stopped it. To shut him up.
Literally put a sock in it.
Yeah, I put a sock in that fucking bitch.
Oh,
My
man.
story, I'm sticking to it.
That was funny.
I think that girl Anthony was talking to was trying to get friendly with me, and he was upset about it. And Robert, too. Slam the fucking door. That happened too.
New segment, doggy, the dog. What was it? What we call it? The kennel.
The kennel, yeah.
The
Because it's
kennel.
doggy.
Yeah, the kennel, the dog pound, and I think there was one more.
At one point we were hanging out in the backyard and we had one of those like candles that repels mosquitoes, and for some reason we called it the tiki bar.
Oh yeah.
There were no tikis. It was just a candle that repelled bugs. That was the tiki bar. The bully barn.
Oh yeah.
Drew's little shack. That was the bully barn.
The
And then
crack shack.
Christian's was the crack shack. And there was a whole story on that on the Steel Toes podcast, hosted by Aldo, who played bass in Ex Mortis. And they got on my friend Christian, who's going to be on the compilation. For what the hell happened? He had sex with a girl who said what was the quote? She's like, I got a bomb pussy and I smoke crack.
Yeah.
That was the quote. And then Christian lied about it the next morning, and they're like, hey, Christian, I can't believe you did that. He goes, oh, I didn't do anything. And then later he goes, I'm just kidding. I fucked her. But even on the podcast, he was lying about it. And Anthony got drunk and had to like show up and go, what the fuck did he say? He's like, what the fuck did he say? Something about smash it. I can't remember what the fuck he said. It was fucking good.
Yeah, just listen to it.
Was like dying.
It's good. But yeah, new segment, the kennel. There's a lot of stories there, so.
Yeah, there are a lot of stories there. I'll have to think of some more of them. You and Anthony butting heads, remember that?
Yeah.
Going insane. That was disturbing. That scared me.
That was funny.
You weren't there when Drew like threw him across the room, right? Like
No.
Anthony just walked up to him and started punching him in the face.
That
He
was-
just started and Drew's like, hey, cut it out, dude. And he like kind of shoved him a little bit. And Anthony went like flying across the room.
Then when Anthony pulled Kyle out of the door, and it looked like so fast, like when an alien, they like cracked the fucking the window, and the whole vacuum of space like sucks him out.
That was when Kyle. That's when Kyle was yelling at that guy. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
That was so fucking funny.
Yeah, it was like lying about being enlisted.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, lying about being in the Marines or something. And Kyle's like, and we all look over like, what the fuck is going on over there?
Yeah.
And then Anthony just goes and like beats the shit out of him.
Yeah, he like they land on like fucking mulch or something.
I remember I was standing there. I was like standing there watching this happen, and then some of like Anthony. I don't know, Anthony's friends, like these hipsters, walked in. He's like, "This is a really bad vibe." I'm like, "No," and I'm like, "No, it's funny."
It's a bad vibe.
Yeah, he said something like that, and I'm like, "No, it's funny."
You're killing my mojo.
That was funny.
Guy looked like Steven Universe, and I told him that, and he's just like, "Oh."
Aww. The squid moan.
That's right.
But yeah, I think I'm
Crack
gonna be.
open this Rice Krispie.
I was gonna say I think I'm gonna delay the recording even more because I found out that I tore my calf muscle.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I was playing. I'm in a slow pitch baseball softball league, and yeah, I was just like trying to run home, and it was like a dead ball, so I like stopped immediately, and I just felt like my calf muscle like kind of split, and that was like 3 weeks ago. And then I played like last week. I thought it was all healed up. I was stretching, it was all good, and then the same exact thing happened, and now it's like bruised on the back of my calf and like my ankle and shit. So
Oh shit.
yeah, so I got some crutches to stay off of it, but yeah, so might have to delay it till November, like mid-November. We'll see.
Damn.
Delay the recording, or what are you talking
Yeah, delay the recording.
about? Okay. Yeah, I'm probably gonna be same thing mid-November.
Yeah, Glicia's in pain.
Yep. Recovering from a fucking hernia surgery, torn calf muscles, and Fred's. I forget what did you guys have? The stomach flu or something?
I haven't had it at this point, but yes, that's what's currently going around right now.
Okay, you're surrounded by it.
Here's some
I'm surrounded by it, yes.
Gotcha.
I'm just trying to dodge it.
You could say we're
we'll
all
see how
basically in hell.
Yeah,
We'll see how that pans out.
live from hell, opening up for Venom.
Fucking home improvement hell.
Didn't Maniac Butcher have a a live album in Open Hell.
Oh, they played in hell.
Open Hell specifically. Man,
Venom's from the UK. I thought they were from hell.
Maniac Butcher though. What a great band. They don't get enough love.
They get some love. I see their name thrown around a bit.
I think they're getting more now, but like back in the day, I think their aesthetic was a bit too much for some people. Like the theory, and it's enough. The one where they're holding like a severed mannequin head on the cover. People are like, this isn't serious black metal.
No, it's not serious. Aesthetically, they look like a joke band. Even in their music videos, they're kind of like even more jokey.
Oh yeah, they're fully taking the piss.
They're like
they're fully taking the piss.
Fucking horses and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no shit. I mean, I've sent some of their stuff to you before, Paul. I don't know if you remember, but their music is pretty fucking solid shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, musically they're fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, there's like a lot of the Dark Throne thing where they're kind of doing the fucking destruction riff, like Under a Funeral Moon or whatever. You know, that kind of thing. So there's still a ton of heavy metal in it.
Yeah. No, all their albums are great.
I was gonna say
Memories.
I remember you were watching some fucking Gordon Ramsay shows, but I didn't realize that he came out with a new season of Kitchen Nightmares. So I just watched that, and I'm missing it tonight because of this.
Have you?
Are we holding you up, Paul?
Yeah.
Have you seen any of the new episodes?
Yeah, fucking. It's like he never missed a beat.
It's good.
His insults could be a little bit better. He just like, smell it.
I haven't finished the old Kitchen Nightmares. I still need to get through that.
Yeah, well, it's gonna be there on Hulu every Monday. New episode.
I'll after this I'll probably watch the first episode of the new one so I can get a feel.
It's
I need to find out. I need to find out where it's streaming in Canada. I don't even know where you can see it here.
It's got to get a
can't watch on Hulu.
American VPN. It should be good.
Yeah, seriously.
That's
I don't know.
weird.
I think we have Hulu. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's weird. How does that work in other countries? I never thought of that. Streaming services
Well, yeah,
in other countries.
they have different listings and shit like UK, Netflix, and other stuff like that. Like you can see like, oh, it's not there, and then you can get like a VPN to say you're in that country, and then you can like unlock it.
Yeah, it's messy.
Yeah, a little hack
You know what
for
else?
you.
You know what else Jub brought up that I actually posted on Instagram. You guys might have seen Daffy Duck and Parappa the Rappa when he slams his penis in the car door. Did you see that?
I did not see that. What the hell?
Just look up. I slammed my penis in the car door. It's real quick. You can listen to it now. I slammed my penis in the car door.
Oh, it's spelled PENITH.
Yeah, it's the first one there. He looks all cool.
I
Yeah, there you go.
my penis in the car door. You slam your penis in the car door.
Yeah, Jub and the Hate Bus, they were getting a real kick out of that.
It's funny.
Yeah, it's great.
It sounds like something that would have existed at the dawn of the internet.
Yeah, that's how it
does,
looks.
doesn't it?
Looks like Flash type of.
Yeah, it's some kind of like Flash animated thing. It could have been on like Funny Junk or like
E-Bombs
Albino
World.
Black Sheep or something. Yeah, E-Bombs World, something like that. Rotten.com.
Badger,
Badges.
mushroom.
Magical Trevor. Does anybody remember Magical Trevor from Weeble Stuff?
No, I never heard that.
Never heard of Weeble Stuff?
No.
It was more of these like early internet animation things. They had one called the Pooh and Wee song. Join along if you know the Pooh and Wee song.
No, I'd never heard that.
Yeah, like,
You've seen
along
Salad
with,
Fingers
like-
though, right?
Yeah. I think we've all seen that, right, Paul?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rusty kettle.
Yeah, the rusty spoons. And then there's like, I don't know. I remember there's a lot of blood and like deformed kind of creatures roaming around the landscape.
Yeah, what a hellscape he lives in.
Yeah, I remember being like morbidly fascinated by that when it came out. I was still in like elementary school, I think, or maybe middle school. I don't even remember. But I
Yeah,
remember being
I
like,
was
this
in
is
high school.
like kind of creepy. But I always kind of liked that stuff. Like scary movies never really like scared me as a kid. I always liked
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, same.
I as opposed to my cousin, when we would go over to my grandparents' house and like rent scary movies, he would like go in the other room and not participate at all. Paul,
You guys
I told
remember
you when I scared the
Group
shit out of
X?
him, right?
I think so.
No, I don't know what Group X is.
They were, I guess, a musical group, not a serious one, but they actually released albums online. 55.
Shiggity Shaw, 55. Girlfriend's age, 55.
I just want bang, bang, bang.
I remember Mario twins. They look so much like, goddamn, like the same person. You say, "Who you want ice cream cone?" They both say yes.
How in the hell?
They also did They also did the End of the World. Modern. Yeah, I remember that. Man, classic stuff.
I am tired. The taking up Zen Fantasy Missile.
Yeah, then there was that other one. I didn't know it too well, but Homestar Runner was another one people like.
I never got into that.
They had a song on Guitar Hero, Trogdor.
Yeah, I never got into it. Never did it for me. My sense of humor was more highbrow than that.
Yeah, like Shiggity Schwa.
Like Group X. Yeah.
It's my dog scratching at the door.
Shiggity schwa.
Hey, Dean, what the hell? What? Bro, you hear him?
Nah.
He fucking scratched at the door. I open it. He looks at me and he runs away. He's looking at me like he wants something, and
he's like
out of there.
like a little brother.
Yeah, get out of
trolling
here.
Dan and Dean.
I remember I went over to Trevor's house and we were playing Conker's Bad Fur Day, and his little sister kind of like peered into the room from the darkness, and Trevor looks over at her. He goes, "Yes." She goes, "Is that a game?" He goes, "Yeah," and she just kind of disappears back into the hallway. I told them my name was Glenn. I told them my name was Glenn Benton when I met them. I did. Bailey and whatever the other one's name is. I don't remember what her name is.
I don't remember.
And Bailey's like, "Hey, look, it's Glenn." I wanted to tell you about that when I scared my cousin. Remember that, Paul?
Yeah.
I'll tell Fred anyways. I don't know how old I was. I must have been maybe 10 or 11 or something. And I had a cousin who's Paul's age, so a couple years younger. And he came over to stay the night one time. And I don't know, I was fucking with him. And I was like hiding from him so he couldn't find me. And he's like looking all over the house and in the backyard. And he's like looking everywhere. And then I'm like standing at the back door. And I'm like we're right next to each other. And he goes, "Oh, Daniel, there you are." And I go, "I'm not Daniel." And he goes, "Ah!" Starts like hitting me. It was so funny. I'm like, "Calm down, dude. You fucking spaz."
I'm not Daniel.
That's kind of like the Rugrats thing.
Yeah.
"I'm not Stu."
Yeah.
Wakes up Chaz screaming.
That's funny.
Oh man, haven't thought about Rugrats in ages.
It's all coming back to you.
Yep.
Why not chocolate cake? Chocolate cake is universal. I think they got rid of the Jewish grandparents. People said it was too offensive. What? It was funny. What? Oh, the best part of Rugrats. Mouthful of Rice Krispie here.
Rice Krispie cereal or Rice Krispie squares?
Sorry, I had to readjust my headphones. So I didn't hear what the last sentence was.
Oh, I was inquiring if it's in cereal form or if it's in square form.
Oh, square form.
Okay, good.
No, I'm not eating cereal here.
If you have a Rice Krispie square, can you
bar.
can you break it back down into like pieces and then add milk to make?
No. Probably not. Maybe if you have a certain chemical compound, but not that I know of.
Acid.
Can we tell our parents?
No.
Oh yeah, and let's give a big thank you to Death Metal Shit Posting for his mention of the channel on his Instagram page.
Yeah, his cryptic
Yeah, that was cool.
post.
Yeah, something about some fade or something. James likes that kind of stuff. That's where I saw it. I didn't even know it existed until James sent it to the Drew Death group chat.
Yeah.
I'm like, he's like, read the caption. Like, what?
We also got a shout out from Chris Kelly about the Blood Revolt.
The Blood
episode.
Revolt. Right.
Yeah, that was cool.
Big thank you to him.
Yeah.
We're moving up. See, a key is to just follow a shitload of people, and then you get some people following you back. You know, I just thought of something too. Speaking of, I was talking about that Music of Destruction guy earlier. I came across this other dude who I'm subscribed to, but I never watch his stuff. A guy named Metal Ben. You ever heard of him? I don't think so, right?
No.
It's like
I
an
don't think
older
so.
guy. He's probably, I think he said he was 45 or something. And he made a video saying that he was really frustrated with his channel, that he's not getting any likes or anything, and or viewers or whatever. He's like, damn it, I'm so fucking frustrated. And I forget what he was saying. He's like, my Bandcamp has 30 followers. Like, fuck, I'm not gonna make it. Fuck, shit. I don't know why. I don't know why, but some of this like depressive YouTuber stuff, it like, I don't know, it like transports you to another world. It like puts you in there, in their eyes. You've seen these guys, right, Paul? Not just metal guys, but like these seriously depressing YouTubers.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen? Like, I've seen some bad ones, but it's like, holy shit, you get lost in their world, dude.
It's gonna be us, episode 50.
Yeah.
Episode only
Yeah.
got fucking one like.
You know, something I never brought up on this show, but I'd urge anybody to watch. Paul already knows what this is, but the Baked Alaska Sammy streams are all on YouTube. That is some of the best real life content on the internet. If you haven't seen it, it's, I don't know if anybody knows who Baked Alaska is. He was one of the guys that was like charged in the January 6th, like, you know, quote unquote insurrection thing. He was like caught on Nancy Pelosi's phone, like in the office playing with her phone. But this guy was a live streamer. He was live streaming inside the Oval Office, or whatever, or not the Oval Office, but the whatever, the building. And anyways, when he lived in I think it was Arizona, he met this chick with psychosis named Sammy, and he kind of like gave her money and helped her out and kind of just followed her around. And there's one where her friend from Texas comes, and it's like him and the friend from Texas having this real simp, the battle of the super simps over this insane girl. And you remember that one, Paul? The when they're sitting there and the chat is like going off, just like making fun of this dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, it's some great stuff.
11-hour
ba-
stream for the whole
Yeah,
thing.
I think there's like, is that how many there are?
Oh,
Just 11
there's-
hours?
No, there's actually 21.
It's worth it. It's it really is like, I'm so glad that this stuff exists and it's documented for people to see. Seriously, it's it's incredible. You want to go on a journey, you want to go to a place, watch that. Watch the Baked Alaska Sammy streams.
I'm intrigued. I will
Oh,
watch
you
this.
should be.
I will watch this. I'm open to new things. I haven't seen enough good stuff
Real
on
life.
YouTube lately.
Yeah. It's gold.
I've just been addicted to Judge Judy clips because
Oh
that's
my
my life
god.
now. I like courtroom drama.
This is bar
I'm
drama.
probably gonna have to give it one more year before I go back to those streams. I spent a lot of time on them a couple years back. I need a little more time for it to be brand new again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now I'm just at Home Improvement, and it's pretty brand new again. We love the '90s sitcom.
Didn't the oldest kid get like charged with a battery recently or something?
I have no idea. The youngest kid was wearing a Sentence T-shirt in one of the episodes.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, he was wearing the Amok T-shirt.
Oh,
Mark.
it was Shadows.
Amok is a weird fucking album.
I heard it ages ago, and at this point, I don't really tend to go past Shadows.
Not even the second one.
Not really, no.
What?
Damn.
Dude, the second one's a fucking masterpiece, like a technical, incredible ecstasy experience. Uh-huh.
They went French on it.
Nah, they just went fucking badass, dude.
Yeah, maybe I should pull it out again one day.
Seriously, it's excellent, man. It's got everything. It's got the tech, it's got the mellow, it's got the cello, it's got the, it's stank.
Wait, is there actually cello? I don't remember.
No. Cello, you got a bass.
I like me some cello in my death metal.
It's a live video where they're like a few years later after I think this is when they're like in their goth stage, but it's like a high quality video and their singer is like swinging the microphone around his head like a cow, like a fucking lasso, and he's really drunk. He's drinking like vodka or something on stage. It's awesome.
I'm surprised they haven't reformed in some way, shape, or form.
I
Like everyone disbanded. And we're all like,
and they came back a couple years ago.
we're like, that's gonna last.
Like
that's
they
what- that's-
haven't done a new album since then, have they?
No, but like, that's gonna happen eventually. Same with Vomitory. When they broke up, I'm like, yeah, that's not gonna last. But that was my impression when Sentence split up, like back in what, mid 2000s. I'm like, yeah, that'll never last. And nope, they've they've stayed split up.
I feel like I'm not too far behind with what Dismember does, just because it's only the last 4 albums that I'm not super familiar with. I know, like, I think I like at least a song from each of the last 4 albums, but the first up until 1997, the death metal one, I know all that stuff like back to front.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
like,
actually, I'm the same way. I've got everything up to Hate Campaign. I don't have the ones after that. Yeah.
Yeah, I know a few good songs off Hate Campaign. Enslaved to Bitterness and Patrol 17 in particular, those songs are pretty good. What were you gonna say, Paul?
I was gonna say, you guys like Anata, right?
Oh yeah, they're recording a new album, aren't they?
Yeah, they're in the process of the vocals. I saw that from the Justin Horville Garza collab video. The comments like, "Oh, here's here's some information."
I
So
didn't
Yeah.
realize it had been that long since they'd
yeah, it was 6.
had an album, because
They've,
that's when I discovered them around that time.
That came way out of left field. Did not expect that.
Yeah, so that'll be.
But man, they have had some ugly album covers.
Yeah, they're not good looking.
Like
The
the
first
first ones. I mean, passable. It's not great.
I don't like it.
After
It
that,
looks like
you know what? It's still their best cover though. Jesus Christ.
yeah, I guess you're right about that. It kind of looks like that latest Deicide cover, or maybe from a few years ago, if you know what I'm
Oh
talking
yeah,
about.
yeah.
It looks like that.
And then the third album with the guy soy jacking.
Under Stone. Yeah, I guess that's the album that I heard first. I heard Shackled to Guilt and Entropy Within, because I remember they had a music video for that long ago. Yeah, they were cool. They're interesting.
Yeah, so I'm
Solid band.
interested to hear what they do next.
I feel like I always kind of confuse
How
them
long has
with
it been since the last album?
2006.
Jeez, yeah.
I always confuse them with Arsis sometimes for some reason.
Yeah, I could see that.
I don't know if Arsis was good or not. I just kind of remember they'd been around for a long ass time. I actually remember getting advice for vocals from like an Arsis interview for some reason. It was like, if you're playing guitar and you're doing vocals, just practice your guitar parts kind of like immensely, so you don't even have to think about them, and you can kind of focus on the vocals. And I think that was like right when I was like trying to do that with Necrotic Mess. So
Yeah, you
I don't know,
picked
always
that up
kinda-
really
always
quick.
Yeah, it always kind of stuck. It's what you got to do. When you're getting ready to play live, you kind of have to just, know it. Have your fucking nerves, your nerve endings know it. You don't have to think.
Thanks, Arsis.
Thank you, Arthur.
See, I
Keep
get
firing,
Anata confused
assholes.
with Anasarca. I don't know why, but
I get Flesh God Apocalypse confused with my ass.
You know what I don't get confused? Putrefactio.
Putrefactio.
I don't know, Dan, intro him. This is your pick.
Alright, dude, I'll intro them. Putrefactio. They're a Chilean band from Chile.
Chile.
oh,
Chile.
one of those.
Yeah, Chilean band from Chile. And they're this is gonna be their newest EP from last year, February 2022. Sigética, I guess is how you pronounce this thing. And I think I sent this to Fred right when we started talking. I don't know if you remember this, Fred, but I think one of the first conversations that we had, we were kind of talking about that we both liked like South American Black Death stuff.
Yeah.
And I sent you this, and basically what I said is like, the guitar sound is like Volon or Peste Noir, but kind of with the like savage undertones of just like what you would expect from a South American Black Death kind of band. Almost war metalish and just totally fucking spazzy and fucking ferocious. I hate to use that word, but yeah.
How'd you hear about this?
No Gleaming Light.
They don't miss.
No, well they do. They actually do. He does. That's not his fault. I just don't care for a lot of the black metal that comes off that channel. But this, I think right off the bat, with that first riff, I immediately knew I liked it, and it kind of gets better and better as it goes along.
Yeah.
I think.
Talk about a fucking release that starts.
Oh yeah. What's great
Yeah,
about this
they don't
is
waste time.
it starts and it ends
Yeah.
very quick, very very quickly.
But
Yeah, the whole thing's like what, 11 minutes long?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's only like 11:25.
Well, let's get into a sample so we can listen to
Yeah,
it.
we'll listen to it and then we'll kind of keep going, and then we'll listen to another one later.
Yeah. All right. Well,
It's kind of confusing.
Which one are we playing
confusing
first?
to where these The first,
First track, right?
A casual relampatango. Relampago. I can't pronounce this.
All right, we'll be right back.
5:49. There it is.
We're back.
We sure are.
I'll just say right out the bat, if they would have
It
put that
sucked.
outro, if they would have put that outro as an intro, it wouldn't have made the same impact.
No.
Definitely.
Bands need to get right into it more often.
Yeah. It's
Come on.
And
like,
get right out of it.
Get right in there. Don't waste my time.
yeah, it didn't even like start up. It just went. It was like already there.
Yep.
And the riff was already playing. You kind of wanted to rewind it to see what you missed, but that's where it starts.
Yeah.
They funeral fogged it. Do we include the drum roll at the beginning? Nah, just go.
No, man, this fucking this song, it just like you said, it was like had second wave shit in it. You heard like Peste Noir, and I heard Mortuary Drape, and obviously a lot tighter version of like Sarcophago.
Yeah. No, that was interesting because like what Dan and I heard was completely different, but they both work at the same time for me. So when I heard the opening riff on that, the first thing I thought was Swedish Black Death, like Dark Funeral, Lord Belial, shit like that. Because the blasting really makes it go to that. Dan brings up Peste Noir with that kind of riff dancing around, and I totally see it. I totally hear it. I think if it wasn't for the blasting, my mind probably would have gone there too. But the blasting made me go the Swedish way on that
Yeah, and like
interpretation, I guess.
I remember on the last episode, Dan said like, oh, guitarists have more of a personality for songs, and I don't disagree with that, but like this drummer has like so much fucking personality behind him, and that's just like right off the bat doing like 3 different types of blasts, like start off with the bomb blast, then go to like a Euro offbeat, and come back, and then go into like the Cannibal Corpse like slop blast, blah 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 blah, and then it goes into the D beat after that. It's just like they're going all over the place and not afraid of the fucking hi-hat, which is like always a plus in my books. Whenever I hear that, it's like they're actually using the whole set.
Yeah, I had a feeling you guys would like this.
Yeah. Well, yeah,
Yeah,
I liked
it's,
it when you first showed it to me. It was just like,
Yeah, I knew I showed it to you before. I don't think we really talked about it much, which is why I kind of brought it back up again. But this is totally a top like tier kind of thing for me. It's like if black metal is gonna start going in a direction like this, then that's great. I think that this is a direction that more black metal bands should go in, or at least in a creative sense, because it's a really mature kind of sound. Somebody even said that on a YouTube comment. Like this band has really kind of made a sound for themselves out of different parts of things.
I don't know, for some reason I always like associated this band with like being like war metal, but
It kind of is.
Yeah,
It kind of is. I was going to get into that a little bit.
I think it's the drumming, and to even
Oh, yeah.
highlight that, it's like the fucking war drums on the back of like the first like riff and
Yeah.
shit. Yeah, like they did like some Steve Copeland shit where he just like overdubs it with that. So that was fucking sick.
Yeah, it's like the mystic riff followed by the like war metal drumming, and then kind of broken up by that just dun 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 dun, like warlike fucking the war drums.
Yeah, and it was like an
Beats to
interesting,
quarters.
interesting, slow down bit too with like the clean guitar. It wasn't like it didn't seem like it was like a scaly type of thing. But I don't know anything. But
It doesn't sound it doesn't sound generic. I'll just say that.
yeah, because then the bass like
No.
just really pops up right there with like the perfect distortion on it.
I'm sure
going in
they're
as a
playing
solo.
scales. You're always playing scales when you're, composing things like that. But whether you understand it or not, I mean, I do things like that, but I don't understand scales.
Yeah,
Bands just kind of you just end up doing it without realizing it.
yeah.
Everything's a scale. Everything's a this. Everything's a that. You know what I mean?
Well, I
The
meant-
guitar is only so big.
I meant like a clean like arpeggio part where it's like. You know how like most of like the clean black metal breakdowns would go versus like
Sure, yeah.
versus like how they left it more like vacant for the bass to do its thing right there, because it really shines obviously with the solo.
I feel like the production on here makes everything like nice and audible. It's weird. It's like this
Everything has room to
production
breathe in
isn't-
it.
Totally. the production isn't so good where it's like sterile, but it's so good where it makes this EP like fucking boom and just
It,
heavy.
it's vibrant.
Yeah, totally vibrant. It's color. It sounds like what the album with the cover art looks like. Kind of
Yeah.
colorful, kind of
Yeah, it really does.
just it pops out.
Man,
Yeah.
and like I was like thinking earlier when I was listening to this and trying to pull some things from it, and
Yeah, what did you pull? Because I pulled a bunch of shit.
I got a better understanding when I today, but earlier like I never really heard any or didn't remember much bands with drummers like this in metal. So I was hearing a lot of like fucking like Scrams drumming, like that screamo shit with like gospel and kind of like math rocky type stuff, and let's see, like Bon Iver and Orchid. I was just hearing a lot of like just drumming like that, because a lot of bands are just don't use the hi-hat, or if they do, it's like in a proggy way, but like the way that they did it like clicked something in my head. And you guys probably already heard this, fucking Undercroft, Twisted Souls. They're also Chilean.
You showed me that band a long time ago.
Yeah, like the drumming on that, like once I listened to it again today, I was like, fuck, the drumming's like, fucking same picture. The guy's like all over the place with his, using the hi-hat, like on that, when they come back from the slow down part where he's doing like the tick, 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 with the hi-hat, like, yeah, just listen to that Undercroft again and you'll hear what I mean.
Yeah, I'll have to listen to that. I haven't heard it in a long time.
Yeah, and just like Undercroft, like Putrefactio is like fucking so tight together. It's like absolutely like no sloppiness with this shit.
Yeah, they are really really tight. Everything.
And a couple other ones was Sartan and Lobotomy.
Oh yeah, I got Sartan too.
Yeah, I listened to the demo from Lobotomy and a bit of the first album, Technology. Didn't really sound like it, but the demo definitely did.
The Argentinian band.
Yeah.
How the hell did you get there? I
'Cause
mean, how
I
the
was-
hell did you think to go there?
Well, because I was listening to Sartan, and apparently that guy Pablo was in Lobotomy, or I forget how I came across it. It was like either that or he was a part of Undercroft. I forget. I had to look it up really quick, but
That makes sense. Or from Argentina.
yeah, I had to check it out real quick just to get it right. But yeah, so I was like, yeah, let me listen. I've been meaning to listen to their the earlier stuff than the fucking other album that we know, in the Satan one. Forget what it's
The
called.
Legions of Beelzebub.
Yeah. But yeah, go ahead, Fred.
I was just say, like, of all things I noticed about this, the one thing that stood out to me was that I didn't hear a ton of South American thrash in this, which is kind of refreshing, because I find like a lot of bands from Chile or South America tend to lean on that a bit too much. They still have the homage to it, especially with that falsetto scream. Like that's it's just so South American thrash. I like it. It hurts, and I love it. But musically, there wasn't a ton of it, which I really liked.
Yeah, the
'Cause some-
base of this, you're right. It has a spirit of South American, like Black Death thrash kind of stuff. But musically, yeah, you're right. It doesn't really have much to do with any South American, I think.
And that's good for me, because I find too many of them lean on that a bit too much, and they don't let that variety flow into it like the way this does.
Yeah, Paul was saying the drumming was like not really reminding him of South American stuff. For me, I feel like the drumming kind of is part of that like South American spirit, kind of underlying what's keeping this band together, what's like moving them.
Yeah, the energy is definitely coming
Sure.
from
Yeah.
there, but like most of the time with those South American bands, it would be like too much energy.
Slop. Yeah, too
Yeah.
much energy to the point where it's slop. Here, it's like very controlled.
Yeah,
But like even
It's still
even
very,
with
it's
that,
still
like
very fast though.
no, they're really
even with
fast.
those echoes of it in there, like nothing like really like slapped me in the face, like, oh, this sounds like Mutilator or Sarcophago or whatever, right? It was
No, not at all.
it maintained its own sound without leaning on that history as a crutch too much, which is good.
Yeah, I think originally when we talked about this, I think the Volon and Pest Noir comparison was kind of maybe on the nose to some degree, because I think I first got this from a Rate Your Music comment. It was the same guy who liked the first Galicia or the other Galicia EP, and then was disappointed by the Hessian Firm release. Remember that guy?
Yeah.
Wow.
Fred was saying like he was kind of backtracking with like vector releases or something.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to Vector. I think he like supposedly threw his wife down the stairs and like shattered her face or something. I don't. Anyways, yeah, that I think his name is like Sepul Crustacean or something like that. But he said in the comment about the Putrefactio release that predatory light is like an influence, or like he's hearing the band Predatory Light. And I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this band. I had just heard of them from this comment, so I kind of went down a little rabbit hole with this band.
No, I never heard of him.
And it's kind of
I've heard the name, but haven't listened to them.
it's kind of apparent because if you look up Putrefactio and their similar artists, you're gonna find a few of them that I've known about, and I kind of always subconsciously knew about this new black metal sound, but never really touched on it or like talked about it. It's like subconscious, and yeah, I just never really figured too much about this, but it's kind of like a noodly, like, okay, you know what it's like? It's like that new age prog death metal that came out in like 2011, where you have Morbus Chron and you have Tribulation and you have
Yeah, I don't remember.
like what the hell else? Oh, like Horrendous and some of that stuff, Ataraxy, whatever. This is like the black metal equivalent to that. So it's this very like psychedelic, proggy, kind of technical black metal. It's like Voivod is thrown into the influence of a lot of bands like this, and you kind of get this from the Black Twilight Circle. You'll hear a lot of this twangy sort of guitar sound, like from Dol Veloce and the Blue Hummingbird on the left. You'll hear that too. And probably one of the biggest ones that, or like the two biggest ones that I came across was a band called Negative Plane, who are pretty wacky. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of them.
Yeah,
Somebody commented on their YouTube channel. It said funny black metal.
Funny black metal.
Yeah, so you have them, that band Colte de Ghouls. They kind of have a sound like this. Spite, a band called Funeral Presence, who's actually the same guy from Negative Plane. I would say the German band Chthonic Cervix, who kind of war metal, but they still do this kind of proggy thing. It's basically Devil Master kind of does this thing too. I would maybe say Cemetery Lights as well, but it seems like this sound is kind of coming from old. It's not really a new sound. It's kind of building off of some classic bands that we all already know about, like Mortuary Drape would be one. It's kind of a high note thing too, like really high note black metal. So you have like Mortuary Drape and Master's Hammer. I never really noticed that Master's Hammer sounds like this. They do sound psychedelic, and they do sound proggy. Yeah, and Flames of Hell to an extent. That band that Fred showed us, Amon Goeth, is kind of in there too. Tormentor for sure. So with this kind of Putrefactio kind of subdues it a little bit. They're not as proggy as some of these other bands that I mentioned, like Negative Plane or Funeral Presence or who was the other one? Predatory Light. But I feel like all of that's still there. So you're getting influence from those classic occult bands, plus some influence from like these newer who's another big one? Fucking Spirit Possession. There you go.
Yeah.
They do it too. And they're really good at it. Or that guy's really good at it. I've seen some live clips of him. He plays without a pick.
Damn.
Crazy stuff.
Spirit Possession is probably one of my favorite black metal albums this year so far, actually. It's
really good. I was listening to it today, or at least a little bit of it. Yeah, it's pretty creative stuff. All these bands that I was talking about, it is a pretty creative little circle of bands that these guys have created. It's cool.
This is a bit of a tangent, but you mentioned Voivod, and
yeah,
there's so much love for Voivod and their inspiration for thrash and that sort of thing. But am I the only one who really hears war metal in Voivod? Like War and Pain and Roar?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
to me those are
Roar
like
is Roar
just
is
like
fucked.
templates for war metal. Like it's out there, and
Yeah,
like
War is like sadistic execution. War is just fucked.
I
War.
feel like
Sorry.
every time I feel like every time I mention that to someone, they look at me like I have three heads. I'm like, what?
Yeah, you kind of forget that like Voivod when they start, they aren't this prog, they aren't this like tech thrash pioneer. They're this kind of
Fucking
like
unhinged.
apocalyptic like war hungry band like, and that's obsessed with like just weirdness and space and like some kind of like intergalactic
like-
battles or something.
But like even aside from the music itself, like the album covers, the way they dressed up on stage, like
Yeah, the
everything
whole
just
aesthetic.
screams war metal to me. Like even the
Yeah, they-
fucking tank on Roar, I wouldn't necessarily call Angel Corpse war metal, but they had a tank on fucking the second album that looked like that one. Freaking 3-layer
Yeah,
tank.
that's the Exterminate was on that album.
They just, you know what? 50% of all war metal bands out there just took the Roar tank and put a fucking goat guy on it. True story.
Yeah. Yeah,
Anyways,
but
sorry.
um,
that was my
sorry.
Voivod rant.
No, it's good. I get it.
I feel better
I
now.
think the same thing.
I feel like a load has been taken off my chest.
So yeah, getting back to what I was saying a little bit. I was kind of rambling and stuttering and all that, but
Back
what I
to
was saying
relevant
is, no, it's not. Well, whatever it is. So Putrefactio, what they have going for them is a certain kind of occult black metal sound. Like we said, Mortuary Drape, Master's Hammer, blah blah blah, Tormentor maybe, and you know the bands that stem from that, these newer prog bands, Spirit Possession and what have you. But I think you still also have like South American influence. You have the fucking falsetto thing that Sarcophago does, and when I first heard this too, that made me want to cover this was comparing them to fucking Sartan.
Yeah.
They're almost like an ultra condensed version of Sartan, especially when they do like the D beats with the backwards chording and stuff, you know. And also what Sartan did too was like had a lot of vocal variety, and you have that here. You have, I think it opens with the second song, which we'll hear, and you have it a little bit in the first song. You have these like Maquahital Volon yells. Ah! And then you also have like the way he opens it is almost like some kind of DSBM thing. Or like Satanic War Master in Eaten by Rats. So you have like just a ton of variation with the vocals. You have death metal stuff. You have whispers. You have the something
gargling,
that sounds
the choking.
yeah. You have the choking. You
Yeah,
have the
those
gasping.
gasping, rasping vocals were fantastic.
Yeah.
The main vocal sounds exactly like Sartan, and those are some of my favorite vocals ever for black metal in general.
Dude, the opening
Um,
scream on the second song, it sounds like he has like a French like thing on it. He's like, "Ah!"
Yeah, that's what like Maquahital does. He does like a lot of yells like that,
Yeah.
or maybe even the haunting presence with the Miss Piggy grunt. He goes, "Mm."
The way Dan describes vocals, I can never unhear things sometimes.
Yeah.
Miss Piggy. And also, you know, behind the prog stuff, behind the vocals, I would say like you kind of have basically like Paul was saying, like a war metal band. I feel like you could kind of compare this to a few things musically. I feel like it has the speed and like the riff variation of like Goat Semen. I would compare them to. They really do remind me of Goat Semen a bit.
With this though, like with the riffing, I hear, you know, distinct parts. It isn't so, you know, blended together where each riff is like black and death metal. It's like, you know, obviously the first riff is, you know, just straight black metal, and you know, they have the
I wouldn't even call this Black Death. I would just call this black metal.
yeah. When I was looking at
Yeah.
the metal archives, I was like, that's weird. You know, that's why I mentioned earlier. I was like, I always associated this with being, you know, Black Death, war metal, you know, rather than you know, just straight black metal. But you're making the case for it.
Yeah, it has influence for war metal, but it's just a black metal band. There's really, you know, like Fred said, there's not anything here that could be equated to like South American metal that we always talk about. And when I'm comparing them to Goat Semen, I'm not comparing them to that because of the riffing that they're doing. I'm comparing them to that because of the kind of the energy of the drumming and like the riff variation
Yeah.
and the way that like Goat Semen will arrange their songs. I feel like this band does a lot of that kind of stuff too. And it's basically got like goat metal values. Almost like it kind of reminds me of Perverser as well, who have started to get into a little bit more technical and proggy war metal territory, but again like South American war metal territory.
Yeah.
If you guys know who Perverser is, they're pretty excellent. Their newest album was awesome.
Check out the
I've
new
never
one.
heard that.
Oh no! Oh dude, you guys would both love it.
Yeah, it's making it more interesting that, you guys see it you see it mainly as just a, black metal album, because I'm not too familiar with, like, the bands that you mentioned, like Negative Plane and shit like that. So, yeah.
Do you know any of them? Do you know Spirit Possession? Have you listened to that?
No, not really. I haven't checked out any of this newer type of black metal.
Yeah,
You'd really like Negative Plane.
You would like Negative Plane. You would like
Yeah.
Funeral Presence, which is like the same guy. Spirit Possession. There was another one that was really. I would say I think I've showed you Blue Hummingbird on the left, because the Black
Yeah.
Twilight Circle really does this. You've heard this sound before. If you've heard Volant, if you've heard Pessin Noir and some of these things, I feel like the other
Arismanda.
bands that you haven't heard of that I've mentioned are much more like technical and actually proggy. The thing that sets this band apart from those bands is I would say this is more unhinged. This is more fucking deadly. You know,
I don't,
like
I don't
said-
know. I wouldn't necessarily say unhinged, because it still sounds very controlled to me. I think it's a bit more
I think
eclectic.
they've been able to control how unhinged it is, if that makes sense.
Yeah, okay, I can see that.
Yeah, but like I was saying, they kind of do have like goat metal fucking values or like sensibilities or something. Because I was curious to what this band what their lyrical theme was, because we don't really have any idea. I translated the first song the other night, and basically what it is like nihilistic fucking hatred of like humanity and Christians and God, and kind of like Satan rules you and shit like that. But in a way that's smarter. If you actually look up the lyric, it's hard to explain the way that they
Read
they
some
write.
lines.
Let's see if I can
The
get
broken
something
Google
here.
Translate lines.
Yeah. Well, that's what I did. Let's see. Okay. So it says, first song says, "Death is recursive and crosses the thresholds to cut the throat of Christ on earth and prolong the unlikely once again. Human cavern with one eye into nothingness, alters the psk, transmutes the environment, forgets desire without destination, under pure intention. Each step takes him to opposite, so close to seeing himself flee. Chaos descends under a dark and a casual lightning. As above, so below. Bestial atavantism grant the gifts to burn everything. Electrifying is the descent to madness, to cross the limits and ruin all certainty. Pass. And so indecent hatred destroys the globe. Ocular of your reverent truth." So it seems
That almost sounds like Axis of Advanced shit.
it kind of does. It's satanic. It's brutish. It's a barbaric, but it's a little smart. If you want to be a member of the Scuba Squad, you have to be smart. Putrefactio
that.
was in the Scuba Squad.
Yeah, it looks like they're speaking Latin and shit, like in that main.
Oh, and that
part.
little line in between.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, it sounds pretty like a cult shit that they're saying. It makes sense with this picture of the tape with the candles.
Yeah, it looks great. All the artwork in there looks really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that band Perverser would probably be like a thrashier, like war metal version to this.
Thrashier version, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
I
would,
kind of
uh,
like the absence
They don't seem
of
to have a lot of.
Thrasher.
No, there isn't thrash here. I'm saying Perverser is more thrash.
No, I'm saying, like, I don't know if I like that. I like that it's not here. So
I think you would like Perverser. Maybe not though. I mean,
I'll give them a try.
knowing you, you might be iffy on it. There was another Chilean band. I think Perverser was also from Chile, but there was another Chilean
Yep.
band called Concilivium. You guys remember that one? It was on Iron Bonehead. Terminus covered it.
I don't think so.
It was the one. It was like a fiery fucking album cover with like a little skull with a crown on it. The album was called Monuments in Darkness. I feel like that one it could kind of be equated to this too. That's more of a like that's more a more death metal version of this. So this is the black metal version of this. Reverser is like the thrashier version, and then Concilium or whatever is like the more death metal version.
Yeah, pick your poison.
No.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like this band is a bit hipster proof too. I feel like someone.
We can only hope.
I know. I feel like a band who loves Spirit Possession probably wouldn't like this.
I was gonna say
depending on who it is.
they're getting pretty
'Cause I like
close with
both.
the clean part, but I guess that's the
I don't know.
psychedelic bit going in, huh?
It's too
I feel
metal.
like Spirit Possession feels like it should be hipster proof. Like it's so chaotic in a good way. Like I've reviewed the first and second album, and each time I like the description that like sticks out to me in my head is Catharsis' World Without End crashes into Bathory. Like
It's probably less
The
hipster proof.
the hipster's gonna eat that up, bro. What? No.
Yeah, they love Bathory. Seriously, how many times have you seen some skater wearing the
Bro.
like Bathory self-titled shirt?
Just yesterday, I went to In-N-Out.
Did you see a guy in a Burzum shirt?
No, the self-titled fucking Bathory.
Oh, I see it all the time. Yeah, self-titled Bathory.
Like
Trevor told me he's
off
been
the
seeing.
presses.
Yeah, Trevor's told me he's been seeing guys like walking around in Burzum t-shirts, like at the gym and shit. And he's like, "What is that? What's going on?" He's like, "Why is black?" He doesn't really know.
He's all, why is your music?
Why is your music over there in the world? How come it's not just like at your house or like in your circle of whatever? I don't know. I don't have an answer for that. I don't know why. TikTok maybe.
I don't know, Trev.
Yeah, I don't know, Trev. Yeah, the Kanye metal quotes had another one where they're saying if you want a good laugh, go to TikTok and look up #metalhead. So I did, and you will get a good laugh. There's some pretty ridiculous shit on there.
Yeah, TikTok
I didn't know
metal.
I didn't know it existed. Yeah, TikTok metal.
But should we get into the next song?
Sure.
I think so.
All
It's
right.
about that time, and I'd
Jabbered enough.
All right, let's have a laugh. How do you pronounce this next one?
Let's see.
Anatomismo.
Anatomismo.
Anatomismo. Anatomismo.
Anatomismo.
Yeah, the
to Putrefactio, Sigética.
yeah, the Demis Russo fucking voice.
She says she loves me. You hear that?
Come here, my boy. Come here, my boy.
My boy. What is this? My handsome boy. Beep beep.
right, we're back.
That ruled.
Yeah.
Yes, indeedy, feed the needy.
I gotta turn it. I gotta turn it down. Fred yelled that rule, and it hurt my cranial cavity.
Man, but that fucking close hi-hat blast, it's so sick. It's like, you know, you could start off loud as fuck with the open hi-hat, just blasting how everyone else does, and you can never really top that sort of energy. But when you start off at the close, you can always go higher energy with opening it up, and you can have the intricacies of, you know, doing the little splash with it, and yeah, it's just like, just the detail and the performance on the drumming really does carry it. Like how you said, the like South American bands drumming really carries the, you know, the whole arrangement and yeah, everything.
Talk about ending the whole thing on a high note. Jesus Christ. It's like a fervor at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, starts high, ends high.
Yeah, it seems like it was gonna go like way too fast because the vocals are like going fucking crazy. Like just that one line that went like a beat over the music, but then it just like comes back. Like there's not a point where you feel like they're losing control of it. It's like all honed in.
No, it's all really tight.
Yeah.
You know how I was mentioning that black metal riff? I was like, oh, that's the most normal riff on here.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool that like a riff like that goes in between some of these more intricate ones that are starting to sound like Bolon and whatnot. It's something that I was thinking of for the last for Blood Revolt too. Again, something that the death metal guy from Terminus was saying, where he's talking about good or like great metal albums kind of having a mix of both dumb and smart, high art and low art.
Yeah.
This has that. Blood Revolt has that. I think yeah, he's right. That's definitely essential. You kind of need you need that like push and pull or whatever.
Yeah, because it has the immediacy of like it gets punk and like thrash, and then you know they bring
the thrash
it right
actually came in.
Yeah.
before we were talking about this song, you're like, oh, no thrash here, no thrash to be found. There was a little bits of tail end of like the destruction under the funeral moon thing.
Can't fucking escape it, man.
No, man, you can't. Well,
Nope.
It's metal, dude. Thrash kind of came before the extreme stuff, so it kind of all stems from there.
Yeah. God damn it!
Just spilled the last drink combo I had.
He's like behind the couch and shit. I mean, he breaks a cigarette.
Broke my fucking cigarette.
Paul's next pick is gonna be jazz. Just
You know when Cobra like gets really drunk, he starts to sound like Jeff the Drunk from the Stern Show.
Yeah, that shit. Fucking. Go ahead.
When he falls in the fucking elevator next to the elevator.
In the lobby and shit.
Yeah, he falls in the lobby. Fred, you familiar with the Stern Show at all? You know who Jeff the Drunk is?
I'm familiar with the Stern Show, but not enough to know who Jeff the Drunk is.
The Whack Pack?
He was he's part of the Whack Pack. One of the like listeners. He's this guy who like got in a car accident when he was 19, and he has an arm that doesn't work, and he just sits in his trailer park and like drinks all the time, or he did like 20 years ago, whatever. But they have to kick him out of the studio because he's just being a nuisance, and they get him down the elevator, and you know, so he only has one arm, and he's so drunk, somebody says something, he goes, "Hey, did you see that blonde chick? Nice!" And then somebody tells him, he goes, "What? No!" And he kind of slowly tips over and right into the wall.
Yeah, he hits
like
his head. He hits like a fucking 90-degree angle from like the floor and hits his head onto the fucking wall. It's so funny.
Just look up Jeff the Drunk fall. It's really short. You'll see it.
Do that right now.
Yeah, let me get that going right now too.
Skip to like, let's see. Oh, there it is. Skip to like 31 seconds. No, not 31. Let's see. You don't have to skip
On the
anything.
big
It's all
fall?
right there. Yeah, it's like in the first 15 seconds.
All right.
Jeff,
Oh, here we go.
no.
Paul, you're gonna have to edit in the fucking sound of that.
I thought he fucking smashed his head and died.
There was a
The
contest.
limo driver.
Yeah, Ronnie's like, I thought he fucking smashed his head and died. Fucking piece of shit. I was thinking about
Everyone
him
thought he was
earlier
dead.
when- Yeah. I was thinking about Ronnie and Jeff earlier. I think it was the same episode where, like, Ronnie's the security guy, and he's kicking him out. And he goes, "How old are you, Jeff?" He goes, "I'm 34." He goes, "34? You look 130 fucking 4."
Yeah, that video Anthony shared with the fucking what's his name? The stutter, Jeff.
Yeah, John the Stutterer.
Yeah. Spit it
He's
out.
like,
Spit it out, man. Spit it out, bro.
he was on one of the like dating shows where somebody asked him, or nobody asked him anything. He just spit this out. He goes, "Yes, and the Who rule. Aerosmith fucking sucks."
True.
Yeah,
hot
he's
take.
not wrong. Yes, and the Who rules. Aerosmith suck.
It reminds me. I used to work at a bar, and this guy with just a silver curly mullet would always be there. And I don't know if he had memory problems or something, but every single time I was in, he'd ask me, "Hey, you know Led Zeppelin?" And I would be like, "Yes, I know Led Zeppelin. They're great." But one time, he asked me that. I'm behind the bar, and he goes, "You like Led Zeppelin?" I'm like, "No, they're not really my thing." And he just like stands up, puts both hands on the table, is like, "What do you mean they're not really your thing?" I'm like, "Calm down, they're fine." Just a little obsessed.
Whoa.
It's like 10-second Tom.
Yeah, these
Hi,
fucking
I'm Tom.
Zeppelin heads, man.
I'm Tom.
Yeah, what's worse, the Rush
What do you mean
fans
you
or
don't
the
know Led
Zeppelin
Zeppelin?
heads? Dave?
I think the Rush fans are more annoying. They're more pretentious about it.
Yeah, the Zeppelin guys are kind of just, I don't know. They always seem to be like surface
High.
level rockers or something.
Yeah.
Like they're the guys that are like, "Fuck yeah, AC/DC, fuck yeah, Zeppelin, fuck yeah, fuck yeah." It's like, dude, we've heard this stuff like a million times. Why are you like going on about it?
Still.
Yes, still.
Yes. I know
been
he can
like
play
60
the guitar
years.
intro to Stairway to Heaven. I don't care.
No stairway.
I
Hashtag
don't know
no
what's
rush.
worse. I don't know what's worse, rap culture or rock culture, bruh.
Well, rap's good. I don't know about it so much anymore, but
Rap is crap and rock is
cock.
cock. Yeah, cock. I don't know.
I have one rap album in my entire collection.
I do too.
Oh, you had the
What's
Fat
yours?
Boys,
What's yours?
right?
No, I don't have the Fat Boys. I have Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch.
You had that forever.
Yep.
I have Black Sunday from Cypress Hill.
Yeah, boy.
Like a shot.
I remember a friend of mine had or no, he liked the Cottonmouth Kings. You remember the Cottonmouth Kings? They were like bro rap, like dirt bike riding bro rap.
No.
They were like up there with like Head PE and shit. They did a song with Cypress Hills called "Put the Bong Down." You remember that? put the blunt down. Put the blunt down. And they go, "Put the blunt down." Yeah, the Cottonmouth Kings. That's a cool name, right?
Damn, they got a fuckload of members in there.
In the Cottonmouth Kings.
Past members.
I haven't actually seen what these guys look like in a long time.
Daddy X.
So they're white boys, right?
Yeah.
I don't say that, what's the word? Derogatorily?
Derogatorily.
Derogatively. I take it back. I shouldn't have said white boy. That was rude. I don't mean to call the fellow my white men, not white boy. I'm not calling you a boy.
Daddy X right here. DJ Bobby B and D-Lock.
You guys remember that dude on the bus who was like, "I got my boy to shine my shoes." He's like, "What you mean, boy? What you mean, boy?" And he's like, "Call the ambulance." He goes, "My mama died." He goes, "Oh, Pinky, he leaking." I told you not to fuck with me.
While we're on tangents, you should speak about the poet's curse.
Okay. When was that? 2010?
Yeah.
No, I didn't meet you until 2011, so it must have been 2012 when this happened. Yeah, we're still in
Going
high
way
school.
back.
This is my senior year.
Beach day.
Bunch of us, yeah, beach day. Bunch of our friends went to the beach, and our friend, who we refer to as Little Vince, went, and he's probably gonna hear this. He's just skinny little Mexican guy with glasses, kind of a like Michael Cera or Beatles haircut, whatever you want to call that. Just kind of, you know.
Kind of getting Spocky.
Yeah.
Spocky.
Anyways, for some reason he's wearing this like kind of fancy shirt that's like a mixture of like it looks silk. It's like maroon and like a little bit of orange and yellow splashed in there. And somebody like kicked the soccer ball to him, and he kicked and he missed. And my friend was kind of narrating this as it happened, and he goes, "Poet's kick," and then because he missed, and then Vince goes, "Ah, fuck," and Trevor goes, "Poet's curse." Poet's kick, poet's curse.
Ah, fuck.
Ah, fuck.
Yeah, me and Little Vince, we have a rap album actually that came out since we're talking about both those things.
Yeah, plug it.
Check it out. It's interesting.
I thought you were gonna drop the name of it, maybe.
Oh,
Yeah, drop the damn name.
Hot Dog Moves X Clone.
So you're if people don't know, your rap name is Clone,
Yeah.
and Vince's Hot Dog Moves. Like the hot dog moves, or like the move? I don't even the moves of a hot dog, or a hot dog that moves.
Hot Dog.
Like you have the dance moves of a hot dog, or like the hot dog just fucking moved.
Rob said, "Yo, fucking hot dog movement," and then Vince is like, "Fuck, that should have been my name, Hot Dog
Hot
Movement."
dog movement. That reminded me of something Rob said about Vince too. I woke up one day to the group chat. This was pretty good. I brought this up on actually a few episodes ago. The turtle guy from the Master of Disguise, turtly enough for the Turtle Club, you know. He sends a picture of that and it says Vince, real father.
Oh yeah.
Oh god. Oh man. All right. Well, where do we go from here?
Well, yeah, check it out. Fucking 23 song album.
$23. $23, kid.
I don't think any views on Bandcamp.
No. I didn't know you guys were on Bandcamp. I thought you were on SoundCloud.
Now we're on Spotify and fucking Bandcamp and shit, and wherever DistroKid takes you.
Maybe there's no listens on Bandcamp because you don't PR it properly when you're saying, check it out, it's good.
It's good.
And don't drop the name of the damn album.
Yeah.
It's like hot dog moves you can't miss.
Yeah. Yeah, and if you look really closely into the album cover, you'll see something.
Oh, you'll see Vincent. Yeah. For some reason, I just thought of Miguel's dad when he would get mad at him when we were kids. In front of everybody, he'd go, "I'm going to embarrass you, kid." That was like the threat. I'm going to embarrass you, kid.
Dude, you're not gonna fucking embarrass me.
He used to call his little brother Bobble because he had a like big head. Oh, shut up, Bobble. I told you about when he deleted his brother's Guitar Hero account, right?
No.
Oh man, that was funny. I think me and Nathan stayed over at his house, and his little brother was on Miguel's account spending money. Ooh, like buying guitars and shit. I go, "You spent my Guitar Hero money?" So he fucking he restarts the game, he goes to Josh's account, goes to the delete thing, goes, you know how it says, "Are you sure you want to delete it?"
Yeah.
And he's just watching, and Miguel presses, "Yes, I'm sure I want to delete." And Josh, "No!" And then it kind of ended in tears. And
As it would.
and Miguel starts to start a new account from Josh's old account, and he, you name your band. He names the band "I Have a Big Head" with a bunch of exclamation points. And like the exclamation points kind of move a little bit. He goes, "Look, Josh, they're dancing for you." I was laughing my fucking head off.
Ugh.
What the fuck?
Look, Josh, they're dancing. Yeah, this is what you get with these guys and their fucking brothers.
You guys want to get into the last thoughts about this release?
Yeah, how long have we been going?
Almost about 2 hours with the.
All right. Fred, you want to go first, or
Yeah, let's go,
would you
Freddy.
prefer us?
Where do I start with this?
It's just another day.
I like how eclectic it is, especially for like 11-minute long demo. There's so much going on in so little time. I need to check out their other releases. Actually, I'm surprised they haven't like released a compilation because everything they have is like 2 songs long.
Yeah.
This is the best. I checked out the other stuff.
Yeah, I checked out.
Is it worth hearing, or is this like heads and shoulders above?
This is like way above what they've done before. The other stuff is okay. I would call it pretty good. This I would call like great. Like
Yeah,
one
I
of
heard,
the greats.
Sigética.
A classic.
All right, so this is where they've really like hit their
Oh
stride.
yeah.
All right.
They've like come into their own here on this EP.
Fair enough. Yeah, it's I'm gonna pull a Paul here and be like, it's good. No, this is
Thought everybody would like it.
I think this might be one of my favorite of Dan's picks so far.
Yay!
Hooray!
Thank you, my boy.
Don't let it get to your head, but
I'm not, dude. I have a little grape head, dude. Remember that.
calm down.
I'm calm. Calmer than you.
Yeah, that doesn't take much.
That was a Big Lebowski thing. I'm not being an ass to Fred. I would never be an ass to Fred. I have nothing but the utmost respect and admiration for
Well,
Fred
there's your first problem.
and Paul. I put them above myself. It's just the kind of guy I am. See, like even saying that, I'm like kind of putting myself above. I'm just fucking around.
That's all you're gonna say.
Yeah, those are my thoughts. It's good. No, it's weird how it jumps around from so many different influences, and the fact that we can all listen to the same section. Like the beginning of that first song, for example, and I'll pull out just completely different things. I go Swedish black metal, and Dan goes Pest Noir. It's weird. It's weird how they pull it all together, and it manages to sound as tight as it does. Because I would expect it to be a bit more
juicy.
Yeah.
Jack Black moment.
No, it's a band I'll be watching. Like if this is their best release yet, I'm really curious to see what they're going to do with it next.
I know. Where's the fucking album at?
I wonder if this would translate well to an album because it's 11 minutes long and it's just right the way it is. Like I'm worried that an album full of this would be too much. They'd have to be really careful with it.
Yeah.
I think so too.
Because they have like, it's weird. They have like, it's like an interlude, but it's made of an outro and an intro from 2 separate tracks. It's not its own thing.
It's a little jarring.
Yeah.
But you know what? To Dan's point, putting that in the middle works. But if they had put that outro at the
Paul's
beginning
point.
of the song,
That was a PP. That was Paul Points.
well, yeah, well,
That was piss.
If we're gonna bring up the PP,
Oh my god, guys, you hear what Fred said? I get a lot of this.
Hey, you know where the grind my gears, Lois?
Alright. okay.
It's enough of that. It's enough of that.
I don't remember what I was saying anymore.
Fred Meyer.
Isn't there an Owen country? Nope.
Oh, you were saying about like having an album full of this, like you know how they have the intro, an outro and an intro for this as acting as like an interlude. I feel like it would be a bit tiresome if they had that like throughout the whole release.
It would, and I think the biggest strengths for this is because it's such a short release. The way it starts and the way it stops or ends rather, it's gets right into it. There's no it's perfect. There's no hesitation, and it ends on such a like frantic high note. And there's no like this like outro-y bullshit at the end. It's just nope. That's it. Fuck off.
There's wanting more, but like it still satisfies. There's no wanting less, really.
Yeah.
There's nothing for you to be bored at. There's nothing for you to sigh at.
So, do you think that it came in harder than it, than the outro? Or do you think it
No.
was like
No,
all on
I-
the same level? Or do you think the outro was more
I,
intense?
the-
I think
I think the
it
outro.
starts. I think it starts really good, but as it goes on, I think it just gets better and better as
Yeah.
as the thing goes on up until the very end.
I think the
It really
the
leaves
ending,
you wanting more.
yeah, the ending leaves such an impact. Like it starts strong and like hits you right off the bat,
I meant more like energy wise.
but like, oh yeah, no, the exit for sure.
Oh, okay.
Like it feels like when you're listening to that part, how can they possibly end this? And then they just do, and it works.
Yeah.
And it's so weird because you're used to bands like drawing it out, and just you're like, all right, this is,
Yeah, it's like, oh, 8-cal
whatever.
outro will fade
No,
it
no,
out.
it's just
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, here's our
it's
song,
almost like
it's
that
really
ending was
long.
an explosion. It's almost like the
Yeah, it's
ending
like
was just an explosion.
Yeah, perfect crescendo.
Yep. Crescendo. Perfect way to put it. Ace.
Schedule.
No,
God.
that was a very good pee-pee. Boing.
Bah.
Take that out of context.
we are
You
children.
can edit in one of Fred's "Oh God" after that. That was a good pee-pee. Oh
No.
God.
No,
All right, how about, oh god, that was a good PP.
no, you
Oh
can
God,
edit
that
in.
was a good pee-pee.
No, edit
that's good.
edit in one of Beavis's. Boing.
Will do.
Edit it all together.
It'll just be a tag of wall of noise by the end of it. But let's say my last words for this. Yeah, when you showed it to me, it was impressive, and it's still holding up. A year later, or a year and some change, and I want there to be some more, because when I was going back into the rest of the catalog, it didn't seem like they quite had it.
No,
What they have
it's
here.
pretty good. Yeah, pretty
it's
good, but
pretty
not
good.
this. This is like I always say this, but this is really something.
Yeah. Yeah, the like how Fred was saying, like you're hearing all this different shit going on, like, and it's all valid, and I think that's a mark of something, great, where, you're hearing all this different shit, but it's like, it all, boils down to the same thing, which is just like, it's good, and just the highlight of this for me was drumming. It carried this album, the songs, even to its valleys, and obviously in its peaks with the blasting. And I won't say this enough. Every time it will come up, if other drummers keep playing the hi-hat like this, I'm gonna be talking about it ad nauseum. So like these guys do it perfect. It's not only during the slow parts, not only as like a fill, it's like during the blast beats and shit. It's just like I love hearing it. It's just a good sound to have in the set, and yeah, I'm really impressed with this, and it got me back to listening to Undercroft, which I recommend you guys listening to afterward, and you'll see as another Chilean band at their start, I see like this paying homage to that Chilean metal scene. Go ahead, Dan.
I think you guys mostly covered everything. I guess I would just say the times that I like listened to this, a lot of it was back to back, just because I feel like once it's done, it's not enough. I want to hear it again. I need to listen to this twice, kind of. It's that good.
Maybe
Like each time I listen to it, I have to do it twice.
maybe you can pick this again for your next rotation. We cover it again.
I'll pick it again. We can tell all the same stories and all the same jokes, and we get the same.
Yeah. Take
Fred,
two.
do you remember? Yeah, Fred, do you remember the self-titled Pest Noir album, the one from 2013?
What's that one called? Just kidding.
It's called it's called that. Do you remember that one, Fred?
Kind of. I kind of fell off Pest Noir's wagon after the third album,
It's
Ballad.
still I feel like it after the third album, I feel like they kind of went away. I think this might be the fourth or fifth, but it feels like they come back to kind of the original formula that they had, with the exception of adding like some fucking like accordion and a little bit more Frenchness to it. It's really excellent. I would recommend the second song to you guys. It's so French. It's like a sing-songy kind of thing. It's like oh des chevetons, and then you got these like chick vocals coming in. It's like the wacky
Yeah.
Peste
The
Noir,
carnival.
but
Carnival.
yeah, exactly. But it works really well with that song. It kind of mixes the wild tech riffing with just being French.
Did I tell you guys I've seen Pest Noir live?
No.
Back in, well, I think it was like 2008. They played Toronto.
Whoa, dude.
Yeah.
Lucky.
So that was the lineup
Did he
from
have
the
long
first
hair
album.
back then?
No, you don't think he did.
Yeah, shaved head.
Bro,
But Nej was still in the band at that point.
you did not see Peste Noir.
Folk fuck folly.
I managed to get all four of them to sign the album, and I feel like Nej probably regrets that now. But whatever.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Well, on that note,
Alright.
send us off in France.
Au revoir. Sacre bleu.